Hello and welcome to another day in paradise. Today I want to speak with you about why you should continue to think about the Gambia as being a serious place to move to, because I know that many people have changed their minds over the past couple of weeks. I want to discuss this, but first I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, and click the bell notification. I have garnered many views on my account by talking about Gambia and the negativity that has been coming out of there. So I wanted to try and reassure you guys that this literally is anathema. It's not something which usually happens. And I know a lot of people have been saying that Gambia is renowned for it. But it's only renowned for it, not through the people that have been living there, but by the people largely that have been moving there. And we're not talking about African Americans or Jamaicans or any African ethnicity here. We're talking about people that were there many decades ago. People that I have personal experience of almost being robbed by myself. I'm not going to go into nationalities and ethnicities because I don't think that's right. Indians and Germans. So, yeah, I guess I've been living off the bad press Gambia has been sort of radiating. But now I wanted to try and reassure you guys that Gambia is still a go-to destination if you're planning to move back to the continent on a permanent basis. So here we go. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should still consider the Gambia as your relocation destination. Number 1 is the ease of moving. Okay? Because the Gambia has a good combination of 2 things. It has a large expat community, okay, repat community, I should say. So you could move there and you can have people around you who will help you with information, who will help you in other ways as well. Also, incredibly affordable to move there. You can move there with very little. You could move there with as little as $3,000 in your bank account, if you're single, not as a family. But you could move there with $3,000 in your bank account, and if you have the entrepreneurial skills to build something, then you can build something there, and you've got a strong, large repat community that will need your services. So that's all you need to do. You need to have a combination of those 2. And because of these 2 factors that you'll have there, you can easily make it. Okay, so number 4, the housing. Let's start with number 1 and number 2. Anyway, the next one, the housing. You can get yourself a large, beautiful house there for chump change. I can tell you this now, you can pay for half a year's rent. I used to have an apartment in Amsterdam, and I used to pay 1,600 euros. That's like $2,000 at that time there for rent per month. And for $2,000, that will give you 8 months rent in a big house in the Gambia. A big, beautiful house that you could make your own, and because these houses are readily available, you can do stuff with it, and people aren't going to, you could put a long-term lease on it, and just live there and enjoy life, build your business. and not have to worry about bills, water bills, electricity, communication. You don't need to worry about that thing. So that's another reason why you should go. Okay, so next reason, number 3. This is definitely number 3. So ease of access. It is easy to get to the Gambia, normally, out of COVID times. COVID has bummed things up a little bit because before COVID hit, the Gambia was a really big holiday destination, okay? They're struggling a bit now, of course, because a lot of these air tour operators have gone out of business. People like Thomas Cook, I don't think no longer exist, but they used to fly there all the time. I used to fly with them to Banjul, so, but now they don't do that, which is really sad. But there are other operators that still operate there, especially during the winter season, because they have good weather there all year round. That is my next reason, actually, why you should move there. But it's definitely easy to get there. You can fly. You have to take 2 flights. If you're in America, you need to fly to Europe and then down into Gambia. But there are so many flights that go there. You're not going to have a problem getting there and getting back to the States. Okay, so my next reason is the weather. The weather there is incredible. It's not that humid and it's not that hot, if you know what I mean. You can stand it. It's not like in Ghana and in Lagos, down there in the subtropics. The air there is a lot more drier, so it's a lot more easier to cope with. So you could live with it. You can enjoy your life without having to change your clothes 3 times a day and have a shower just as many times a day as well. It's probably one of the biggest factors why a lot of people move there for anyway. And also, the weather is like this year round. Of course, they don't have a winter, but the weather is like this year round, which is incredible. Last but not least is the people. And now, if you've never gone to the Gambia, you won't have experienced people like this before. Incredibly honorable, loyal, humble people. I'm going to tell you something which happened. I've actually told this story before in another video. So I remember being in the Gambia and I was walking through Serekunda Market, just, walking around seeing what I could buy. And there was this kid and he had a ripped up t-shirt and he was wearing a sun hat and he was trying to sell me this sun hat. And I was like, I didn't really want it, but I saw the kid and I saw the state of his shirt. I said, hey, I just denied him first. And when I went back to the hotel, I just felt so guilty. I don't know why, but I felt really, really guilty. And I figured to myself, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to that market. I'm going to see if that kid's still there. So I went back there the next day and I brought with me a Tottenham Hotspur football top. I'm not a Tottenham supporter, I just had one. So I just thought, give it away, because it's Tottenham anyway. Anyway, so nice Tottenham, Italian made, I think it was Kappa at the time. It was a long, long time ago. Shirt. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it to this kid. I'm going to give it to this kid and he's going to like me for it. So anyway, I went to him and I said, here's the shirt. And he said, no, I don't want it. I said, what, are you crazy? He said he would swap it for a hat that he had, but he wouldn't accept it from me for free. This kid literally did not accept charity. He must have been 8 years old. But that is typical of what you will find in the Gambia. It's absolutely incredible the way this kid acted. That's always stuck with me, that has. Another thing that's happened to me before is when I went to a school. I was told to bring school supplies the first time I went there. I don't know why, but I just packed a suitcase filled with notebooks and pens and stuff. And I went to just some random school outside Banjul. I have never seen faces light up the way they lit up when I started giving out these notebooks and pads and pens. It was like, wow, just incredible people, resourceful, hardworking, caring, amazing people. So, the people, for me, an area, a place, a city, a country, is nothing without its people. It doesn't matter if you have the best infrastructure on the planet. If you have crappy people, then your country's nothing. You understand? This is why the Gambia is and will be and will remain a massive destination for repads. It's not the country. They don't care about the electricity going off and on and all that sort of stuff. They care about the people. And people are incredible there. You're not going to find people like that anywhere else. So anyway, do you know people like how I just described? Do you have any other destinations that you maybe feel are better than the Gambia? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section below. It'd be really cool to listen to some other countries and the reasons why these countries are amazing. But I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for listening. Thank you for subscribing, the new subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Think twice, Tarara a bit.